ladies and gentlemen, KJ here, and I would like to welcome you back to another episode of the NWL. And it is an amazing night of action we have for you here, ladies and gentlemen. As I stated last week, our main event, it is a blockbuster one, a six-man battle royale to determine who is the next competitor in the Money in the Bank ladder match at that CPV. It is a stacked field of competitors. I'm not going to tell you who it is. I want it to be a surprise for you guys. I want you guys to get hyped up when you see him walking down that ramp. But let me tell you, it is an amazing field, and any one of these six competitors could win it tonight and go on into that Money in the Bank ladder match. It is a stocked night of action, ladies and gentlemen. We're not going to waste any time. We're going to get things started. And our first match is a repeat of a match we had 2 weeks ago. It is Cowboy Keith versus Hiroshi Nakamoto. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, with our first match of the night. And as I said, it is a repeat of a match we had 2 weeks ago. The first ever NWL champion, Cowboy Keith, and a newcomer to the scene here, Hiroshi Nakamoto. In that first match 2 weeks ago, Hiroshi got an upset victory over the former champion. It was an incredible match between the two of them. Hiroshi got the victory. I think it stunned Cowboy Keith that this young gun was able to beat him. And both men have a lot of pride. Cowboy Keith wanted a rematch. He asked for it, and Hiroshi immediately said yes. So these two are going to square off once again here tonight to see if the outcome will be the same, if Hiroshi is the real deal here, or if the former champ can find a way to power through and teach him a little bit of what we do here in the NWL. Is a beautiful spinning kick by Cowboy Keith, hits another one. Hiroshi down on the ground off of it, and now gets thrown into the turnbuckle. Keith, oh, straight kick right to the chin. Right to the chin of Hiroshi by Cowboy Keith. And he is fired up right now as he is taking this young Japanese superstar through a world of pain right now, welcoming him once again to the NWL and introducing himself as the big man on top. Hiroshi, though, not gonna go away without a fight as he uses those very, very talented legs of his. They're pure striking legs that can hit you from any place, anywhere, as he goes for a submission here. But Cowboy Keith using his knees to the back of the head to get out of it. Starts to wail on Nakamoto and throws him into the corner. Now just stomping on him there. A little bit of a stomping mud hole action by the Cowboy. Like I said, I think he was very upset that he was able to get beat by this kid. I mean, I don't think he really expected him to be able to come out and beat him. Although Hiroshi, not many of you probably know him or anything, but he does have a very big history in Japan. He's a great wrestler there, and he's bringing his talents here and bringing it to the former NWL champion right now. We're back on an even playing field, or at least we were there before Cowboy Keith leveled him. Cowboy Keith now with the momentum until Hiroshi reversed. Now grabs him and picks him up, but Cowboy Keith, beautiful reversal there, hopping right over the back of him and then hit him with a neck breaker. That is the veteran Cowboy Keith there, showing the kid a thing or two, and then a fast suplex by the Cowboy puts Hiroshi down on the ground right now. Both men back up on their feet. Oh, and a huge kick. A huge kick to the side of the head by Hiroshi. You could just hear that thing all the way up in the cheap seats, ladies and gentlemen. Cowboy Keith then saw Hiroshi was expecting him, gave him a high knee. Now going after the arms. Oh, and there's a big kick. A big kick by Cowboy Keith right to the jaw once again. Hiroshi is not the only one who can obviously use the kicks to his advantage. As Cowboy Keith is showing that you want to play the kicking game, I'll give you some kicks, and it's not going to be the cheap little ones you do. They're going to be straight to your face. Hiroshi going for the first pin of the night for him, but Cowboy Keith able to kick out at one, and there's a running kick. Hiroshi giving Cowboy Keith a little bit of his own medicine with that kick there. Now, going for an interesting hold here. We saw this one last week. He kind of ties his arm up behind his leg, gets over him, and then wrenches on his head and neck, almost like a chin lock or a sleeper hold in a way. It's a very interesting submission. I don't even know what type of submission it is, but it looks very painful, and it could potentially be very, very effective. So what's really effective is Cowboy Keith right now. He is taking control of Hiroshi right now. Just lifts him up onto the top turnbuckle. Goes for a kick, but Hiroshi reverses, now diving off and spinning. Gets him flush on the mouth there, and then another innovative submission by Hiroshi. I mean, this guy is pulling out tons of interesting maneuvers that I have never seen before. Never seen half of these moves before in my life. Again, that's what happens when you get a new superstar into the roster. I mean, we have a huge number of them that have signed on to the NWL this season. A couple of them haven't even debuted yet, but I mean, they are no doubt going to bring new moves, new ways of looking at things, new challenges. It is an amazing, amazing experience. Because right now, both superstars on the outside, and both superstars very banged up in this match. Both of them grabbing at their heads, holding it. They've both taken a lot of kicks to those heads. Let me tell you, I mean, it would be a surprise if neither one of them have a concussion. Hiroshi gets back in before the ref can finish his count, and Cowboy Keith has control of Hiroshi right now, lifts him up, and oh! Hiroshi actually reversed that. I thought Cowboy Keith hit it at first, but Hiroshi, I think he reversed it into a DDT. That is an amazing reversal. Again, I have never seen a reversal like that. Never before have I seen a reversal like that. Cowboy Keith now with the momentum. But Hiroshi takes Keith and drives his head face first into the mat. An amazing face buster by Hiroshi. Now Knee to the gut picks him up. And a powerbomb. A powerbomb by Hiroshi off the top rope, flipping in midair. And I think that hurt both superstars. Surprisingly, Hiroshi's not going for the pin. Flips him over. Now he does. Keith, though, kicks out. Cowboy Keith somehow kicks out of that. He flipped him and pinned him right on his shoulders. And that was after like 3 consecutive moves. Wasteland. Wasteland by Cowboy Keith now. 2. No. Oh my God. The action has picked up dramatically right now, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, at the beginning of the match, it was kind of slow, it was kind of methodical, kind of like a feeling out. Nothing really crazy or anything. But for the past minute or two now, this match has just been insane. I've barely been able to even keep up with the action going on. Hiroshi hitting 4 to 5 huge moves in a row that still couldn't keep Cowboy Keith down. Keith hitting the wasteland, and that couldn't keep Hiroshi down. I mean, what are these guys gonna do? I don't know what they gotta do to keep each other down on the mat, but I'm loving it. I am loving this match right now, ladies and gentlemen. This is one hell of a match to get things started on a night. As the two of them lock up, Cowboy Keith gains control and hits a neck breaker. Cowboy Keith with the neck breaker might have gained a little bit of control of this match right now. And picks him up. Huge backbreaker by the former NWL champion. He is hyped up. He is ready to go. Hiroshi gets on his feet. He might not like it though, as he gets hit with the hangover. The hangover by Cowboy Keith with the pin. He gets it. Cowboy Keith finally picks up the pin in this match. I'm not complaining there, ladies and gentlemen, as it was one hell of a match between these two. They laid it all on the line. They did everything in their power to beat the living hell out of each other. Cowboy Keith came out on top, avenged his loss from 2 weeks ago, and the score between these two now stands at 1 apiece. we go with our next match on the night, ladies and gentlemen. It is a singles one-on-one competition between the Animal Batista and Legacy's Ted Dibiase. This is a very interesting matchup as these two will be competing against each other in a tag team match for the NWL tag team titles in the very near future. In fact, I can tell you guys right now that that match is going to be at Money in the Bank. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am announcing it right now that Legacy has asked for their match for the titles to be at the CPV, and Batista and the Devil have agreed that that is what they want as well. It will be Legacy's Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase versus the Devil and Batista for the titles. It's going to be one hell of a match between the two of them. It could potentially be one hell of a match between these two right now. I would say that these two are the powerhouses of their team, but I mean, not taking anything away from Batista, but have you seen the Devil? He is the powerhouse in the team. I mean, Batista half the time jumps off the top rope with his opponent on the Devil's shoulder when they tag each other in and out. So, I mean, nothing against Batista. If he were teamed with anyone else, he would no doubt be the powerhouse. But in this situation, the Devil's got him beat a little bit here. So these two gain a little bit of singles action. Like I said before, they meet for the tag team titles. The Animal Batista right now showing no mercy towards Ted DiBiase. Drove his knee right into the face. And now DiBiase getting a little breather as he realizes things are not going the way that he wanted right now. Oh! And Ted DiBiase gets driven spine first into the thinly padded floor out there. The Animal Batista in complete control of this match in the early goings. DiBiase really hasn't been able to get out of the gate at all. He hasn't been able to gain any momentum or get really any type of offense on Batista, and whatever defense he has is not working. He cannot seem to stop him right now. As Batista grabs him, picks him up, and slams him down to the ground. That's just brute strength by the Animal. And once again, Ted DiBiase just laying on the ground, getting just hammered on by Batista. Batista with the Batista bomb. The Batista bomb by the Animal. Goes for the pin on Ted DiBiase. 2. And DiBiase kicks out. DiBiase kicks out at 2.5. And that was on pure instinct. Pure instinct did he kick out of that one, ladies and gentlemen. Even with it, he needs to find a way to get back into this thing. I mean, Batista has had complete control. He has not been able to be stopped right now by Ted DiBiase. I mean, he's barely put up a fight. I wouldn't even call this a wrestling match right now, because the Animal is now wrestling him. The Animal is destroying him. As once again, the action flows to the outside. Ted DiBiase rips at the arm of Batista, but I mean, I don't know if that's really worth anything as Ted DiBiase goes bouncing off our announce table here. Thanks, Batista. Huge clothesline there, and he follows up with an even bigger one. It causes Ted DiBiase to go flying end over end. Barely moving out there. Finally gets back in the ring before the 10 count. But he does not get back into the ring with any type of game plan or anything. I think he just did it out of a daze that he got back in there, because once again he has nothing going for him. Batista lifts him up and suplexes him down to the ground. Ted DiBiase is in big trouble right now, ladies and gentlemen. Cannot seem to get anything going versus the Animal, and he understands that. going to the outside again, trying to regroup, but that hasn't helped him this entire match. This entire match he's tried going to the outside, and it hasn't helped him. It hasn't helped him one bit, as when he comes right back in, got hit with a spine buster. Now a kick to the gut sets him up for a second Batista bomb. A second Batista bomb by the Animal. Goes for the pin once again. And this time, Ted DiBiase will not be able to kick out. The Animal, Batista, looking like the Animal as he completely and utterly controls the match from start to end. He completely and utterly dominates Ted DiBiase. If this is a precursor to the tag team title match at Money in the Bank, you're looking at who will still be holding the gold. So, ladies and gentlemen, talking about Money in the Bank, our CPV that's coming at you April 26th, we would like to hype it up for you here. And first off, we would like to give a big thank you to Dire Straits for their song, Money for Nothing. It is the official theme song for this year's Money in the Bank. It is a great one, a classic, and it is going to be a classic CPV, ladies and gentlemen. As I announced just now, the NWL Tag Team Championships will be defended as Batista and the Devil put the titles on the line against the #1 contenders, Legacy's Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase. Of course, Batista did an amazing job against Ted DiBiase just in this past match. I'm being told right now that next week, Cody Rhodes will have his shot against the Devil. That is going to be a lopsided affair, ladies and gentlemen. Don't count Cody Rhodes out, though. He could pull out the upset. And then, of course, the huge event of Money in the Bank wouldn't be complete without the Money in the Bank ladder match. Already 3 superstars have entered that match. Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre, the chosen ones, are going to be competing in that, as well as Pennywise, and we will name a 4th competitor tonight in our main event with a 6-man battle royale to pick that next one. It is going to be a stacked card. I hope you can join us for it. I'm going to be looking forward to it myself. I'm also looking forward to our next match, ladies and gentlemen, as it's the returning Ronald McDonald in action. So here we go with this match, ladies and gentlemen. It is Ronald McDonald's first match back, and it is already off to a bad start. As you saw when he was entering the arena for this match, coming down the ramp, he gets jumped and attacked by none other than the demented creature known as Carnage. He comes out, takes out Ronald McDonald, and I have no idea why. I mean, I don't know what he's got against Ronald McDonald, but I mean, he has been in a horrible mood for a very long time, ladies and gentlemen. Really starting since last season when he lost for the very first time against Sting. Gave him his first loss here, and then it just got compounded when Carnage lost his Intercontinental Championship to CM Punk at Over the Limit. Ever since then, he has said that everyone will lose. and he's been dominant since then. Been taking out people left and right. Beat Chaz 2 weeks ago. He's now jumped Ronald McDonald this week. I mean, he is as dangerous and unstable as I have ever seen him before. I mean, I am used to seeing Carnage just be crazy and just completely not even care about anyone or anything, but now it just seems like he's taken it to a whole new level. Oof. As he lays out Ronald McDonald on the outside right there. Carnage now on top of the ropes, comes down, starts kicking at him again. Ref's up to 6, and Ronald McDonald gets back in the ring. So does Carnage, as the two of them lock back up in the ring there. McDonald's able to reverse him temporarily before getting a forearm right to the face. As Carnage gains control again against Ronald McDonald, picks him up and slams him down. Just like in the last match, Ronald McDonald has not been able to get much momentum going. Of course, how can you really get anything going when you get jumped at the beginning of the match and beat down before it even gets started? I mean, there's really nothing you can do to, you know, prepare for that. I mean, you're already preparing for the match, but then out of nowhere you get blindsided before it even starts. As you can see, Carnage not letting up right now. As Ronald McDonald is in trouble, is holding at his ribs. That's where Carnage mainly beat him down before this match started. Continues going at him. McDonald looking for a little bit of momentum here, looking for something as he locks into submission. That is not enough as Carnage easily breaks out of it, flips McDonald down. And now stomping on the ground. We have seen him do this before, getting ready. Kick to the gut, setting him up. Pedigree. Pedigree by Carnage. A pedigree by the demented creature. Carnage goes to the top rope. Swanton. A Swanton bomb by Carnage. The 1-2 punch will get him the 1-2-3 in this match. Carnage picks up the victory on Ronald McDonald in his first match back. Very unfortunate for Ronald McDonald. Really wanted to see him get a win and coming back here after being out with a little bit of an injury from Agent Smith, but he is not able to pick it up against Carnage. Not able to even get going after he got jumped by Carnage. Congratulations, I guess, are in order for that man, Carnage. So we talked about Money in the Bank earlier this evening, ladies and gentlemen. A huge second announcement tonight as another match is being announced for the CPV. It is going to be Carnage versus Sting for the NWL Championship. Oh my god, that's huge. That is going to be one huge match. Carnage, a former Intercontinental Champion, going up against the NWL Champion Sting, who he has his problems with, who beat him and gave him his very first loss here in the NWL. These two have been at their throats, each other's throats recently. It is going to just be insane at that CPV. If these two go to blows, it's going to be insane. I'm even more hyped up to catch this CPV now, ladies and gentlemen, and I am even more hyped up for our main event, which is coming up right now, a 6-man battle royale to determine the next competitor in the Money in the Bank ladder match. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is our main event of the night, a 6-man battle royale to determine the next competitor that will be in the Money in the Bank ladder match at the upcoming CPV. And this match, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be crazy. As you can see, we have the Doctor, Leroy Brown, Willy Wonka, Shawn Michaels, El Generico, and Wade Barrett all duking it out in this match. It is crazy right now. There are so many people in the ring, so much action. As you can see, huge takedown there by El Generico, who goes for a quick pin but will not get it. And I'm going to try my best to commentate this thing and tell you what's going on, but with so many people and so many things possible right now in this match, it is just crazy. It is almost unbelievable what these guys are going to do to themselves to try and get that spot in Money in the Bank. And again, this is what's going to be like at Money in the Bank with that ladder match. I mean, 6 guys all in the ring at once, duking it out, trying to win it, trying to grab that briefcase that will be over the ring. It's a one in a million, okay? I mean, last year's winner, Vincent Angelini, cashed in and won the title. Great odds, great opportunity, and great competitors in the ring right now trying to win it. A little bit about this match though, ladies and gentlemen. This is a pin or submission battle royale. It is not an over the top rope one. It is pin or submission. The only way that you are going to win is if you beat your opponent right there in the middle of the ring. Right now, Doctor and Wade Barrett getting up a little woozy right now, and the Doctor takes out Willy Wonka. Leroy Brown destroying Wade Barrett right now as El Generico and Shawn Michaels going at it themselves. Michaels probably doesn't like that. He already had one newbie coming into the NWL and beat him up a little bit. I'm sure he doesn't want a second one doing that. As for if you guys are interested in my picks on this match, I don't even know if I want to make a pick. I mean, it is, any one of these guys could win it. There's the strength of Leroy Brown that you can never disqualify. I really like Wade Barrett though. I think that he's got what it takes to win this battle royal right now. He's been in these situations before, and he's looking pretty good right now. Right now in this match, he's looking good, and I think that he could possibly walk out of here the victor in this one. So you see, he takes down Leroy Brown and going toe-to-toe with the big man. That in itself proves that you deserve to be here. El Generico with a kick right to the side of the head of Willy Wonka there. Oh, and the Doctor trying for a submission on Shawn Michaels. It is not going to work though, as Michaels breaks out of it. Wade Barrett slamming Leroy Brown to the ground, and saw the Devil take out Shawn Michaels. Action is crazy as a spinning forearm by Willy Wonka takes out El Generico. He's one of our recently signed superstars over the off-season to be join us. This is actually going to be his first match here in the NWL, and what a hell of a match it is. A 6-man battle royal with a chance to go to Money in the Bank and compete for that briefcase. That's one hell of a way to make your first match here. All right. As he takes down Willy Wonka right now, looking very good so far in this one. Picks him up and slams him down to the ground. Drop kick by the Doctor to Shawn Michaels as Leroy Brown and Wade Barrett going at it. Leroy Brown, boom! A huge knockout punch by Leroy Brown, and that could be it for Wade Barrett. He kicks out. Wade Barrett is able to kick out of a knockout punch by Leroy Brown. And again, that's why I've got him picked for this win here. I mean, he's showing a lot of heart, a lot of resiliency. He could possibly come away with the victory. Shawn Michaels wrenching on the arm of the Doctor is not going to get it done though. As now, look at El Generico, brainbuster by El Generico. An amazing move there by him, going for the pin, and he gets it. El Generico eliminates the first competitor in this match. Willy Wonka is out of it. So thus we have fallen to 5 competitors in the ring duking it out now, ladies and gentlemen. This is getting good now. This is getting good. El Generico going for another pin on the Doctor. Won't get it though, as the Doctor able to kick out at 2.5. Now goes after El Generico himself. Shawn Michaels looking for a pin on Wade Barrett, but he gets out. Again, Wade Barrett showing his stuff as he hits a neck breaker on the Doctor. Huge kick by El Generico to Leroy Brown. Now going for submission on Leroy Brown, looking to try and get a tap-out victory, but it's not enough as he powers out. Now Wade Barrett with a wasteland. Wade Barrett with a wasteland by Shawn Michaels, who kips back up on his feet. The Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels is not going down without a fight, ladies and gentlemen, and he's showing that to Wade Barrett right now. El Generico now standing moonsault on the Doctor, who gets up holding his gut. He is feeling that one, ladies and gentlemen, as he gets picked up and thrown down. Shawn Michaels comes after El Generico, but an arm drag takes him out. Wade Barrett now gets thrown into the corner by Leroy Brown, who ties him up into the tree of woe right now. This does not always work well, and it is not going to work well as the Doctor intercepts him, picks him up, starts spinning him around, and throws him down. The Doctor just threw Leroy Brown down, who gets right back up again. These guys are doing everything they can to try to win this thing, to try to stay in this thing. This is for a chance at the Money in the Bank ladder match, guys. You gotta do it all. You gotta pull out all the stops. You gotta try everything in your bag of arsenal. It's Leroy Brown trying everything in his arsenal right now to win. As he goes after Wade Barrett. Oh, looking for what could have been another knockout punch, but the Doctor interfered and broke it up. Could have saved Wade Barrett's butt there. Oh, but he's not there a second time. Not there a second time as he gets knocked out by Leroy Brown. On the other side of things, the Doctor gets eliminated by Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels eliminated the Doctor in this match, and we're down to 4. It's Shawn Michaels, El Generico, Wade Barrett, and Leroy Brown left in this match. And El Generico looking to take out Shawn Michaels now, lifts him up. Brainbuster! Brainbuster by El Generico, goes for the pin. 2, 3. El Generico has eliminated Shawn Michaels from this match. Look at Wade Barrett! Wade Barrett with the wasteland! Wade Barrett with the wasteland on Leroy Brown! And he gets the pin! Oh! But now look at El Generico! El Generico! Another brainbuster! Another brainbuster by El Generico! Goes for the pin, and he gets it! Oh my God! I am out of breath. I am losing my voice. That was insane. The last two minutes there, ladies and gentlemen, were crazy. Elimination after elimination accumulating in El Generico hitting the brainbuster on Wade Barrett and punching his ticket to Money in the Bank. Amazing. Amazing. That's the only word to describe that match we just saw. That is the only word to describe tonight's action, ladies and gentlemen, and the announcements we got. First off, the NWL Tag Team titles will be on the line at the CPV, and the NWL Championship will be on the line at the CPV. 2 huge matches are set in stone. Batista and the Devil versus Legacy, and Carnage versus Sting. It is going to be a blockbuster night. That, as well as 4 of our 6 competitors for the Money in the Bank ladder match have been named: Dolph Ziggler, Drew McIntyre, Pennywise, and now the newcomer El Generico. I'm just hyped for this CPV, and if you guys aren't, there is something wrong with you, because that already is a stacked card. Guys, if you enjoyed tonight's episode, please go ahead and leave a like, as well as any comments you may have down below. Otherwise, I'm KJ, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.